Welcome everyone back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome to my channel that is so bloody bright on that side. So I don't have all the books for this, so I'm just gonna put them off somewhere. You'll see them. For this, we're gonna talk about two different things, so it's gonna be in two different sections. Because I figure it's not gonna be able to be in all sections. Okay? So we're gonna talk about series this episode. But only two types of series, okay? One, series that I have finished so far, and two, the series I have DNF'd so far since we began in 2024. Okay, so here is what I have finished so far. For the ones that don't have, I have finished the Cape Refugees series, which was a 4-book series about Cape Refugee, Blair, and Chief Wade. Solving mysteries that happen in their area while they dance around each other that they're romantically in love. It's also Christian, so if you want to read something that's Christian with mystery and no swearing or anything of the like, I would suggest that series. It is 4 books and they're relatively easy to read, so I would go ahead and try them out by Terry Blackstock. There you go. Had to look it up for a second, but Terry Blackstock. Alright. From this point, we also have The Legend of the Wolves, which is also a series I have DNF'd. Legend of the Wolves is about a young woman who can turn into a silver wolf thanks to her father's side of the family, which was offed by her uncle and everything because they were scared of it, and her mother died. She gets set up to marry a duke, I think it is, who owns a lot of land and everything, as a way to get rid of her because they don't like her, and the way to get all money from her because they spent all her money and all her fortune and they wanted more. They abused her and they did not take care of her the way they should have, and it's just a terrible thing. Okay. On top of that, he's actually a wolf that can turn into a human. And he's got a crew with him as well. And he fights against evil kings and evil beings. He does too at the end of the 3rd book. The 3-book series. There's a prequel in the middle of it to show off what happened, how he became a wolf to a man, and how he had to adjust to being human, because humans have a whole bunch of different things that are there. So there's that. I've finished the Midnight Breed series by Laura Adrian, which is an 18-book series. There's 27 in all if you want to read all the novellas, which I didn't. And there's also a compendium. I didn't read none of that stuff. I just read the main novels. The one I didn't want to buy all the novellas because there's a lot of books in my bookshelf and this already takes up a lot of space, okay? It's about the first part, which is 10 books, is about Chrism, which is a drug that turns vampires rogue, and Drago, I think that's his name, trying to rule over humans and vampires alike by breeding humans with breed women who can have children with vampires with an ancient. Okay, that's all I'm going to give you on that one. Then the second part of the series is mainly deal with the children from the first series who have to sit there and fight against a queen and an ancient, and humanity wanting them to be conform to humanity stuff. So there's that. The series is pretty good. I hope the person who picked up the series has enjoyed it so far. Let me know in the comments how you feel about the series so far, and what other stuff that you think you might pick up by watching my channel. And if you've ever picked up any book from my channel, go ahead and tell me about it. I want to hear what books you have found joy and what books that you disagree with me that you didn't like, or that you liked that I didn't like. Whatever it is. My masterpiece. And I've read the Talisman series, which is all about Jack Sawyer and his ability to flip between different worlds and how he has to save people from them and the world from bad guys. So in this one, he is 12 going on 13. In the other one, he is 34. So there's quite a difference, like 10, 20. So it follows him along, does everything with that. So it was a pretty good book. I loved it. I can't read. Wish there was more to it. Wish there was actually movies with it. Because movies have never been made for this. There have been TV series, and I would love to have a movie or a TV series about the Talisman and the Black House. I think that would be pretty good. I mean, minus something from the Black House because they don't need to be televised. But yes. Totally. Okay. Now we're going to go into this section of the series that I have DNF'd so far. Okay. So I have DNF'd 4 series so far and everything. So I'm going to have those up in the corner here. Somewhere, whichever corner. I don't really know which corner I'm going to put them in. Or I might just switch them out. You can see. The first one was the Indian the Cover series. I read the second book. And I decided I don't want to read the first or the second and third book because there's a 4 series set because it's middle grade and I just didn't vibe with it anymore. I did when I was a kid when I first read it, but I don't vibe with it now. It's about a boy who finds a key in a cupboard that brings his toys to life in the period that they were made for, and made after. So, you have a matron that's from the 1900s. She's from the 1900s. You have an Indian from French and Indian War. You have that Indian and all that stuff. And that was by Lynn Reed's Banks, I think it is. The Sunset Chronicles by Terry Blackstock. I read the second one, which is Unjustifiable Means, which is the second book in the series, but you don't have to read them in order because even though they might have the same characters, their interactions do not stop you from understanding the books. Like, I didn't read the first one, but I could read the second one, and my understanding of what was going on in the book was not affected by that. I just didn't like the cop not doing his duties because he falls in love with somebody who's done a criminal act, and how she did a criminal act to catch a criminal, and even though she goes to jail for it, I don't know. I didn't like it. The Paranormal series by Kate Martin, The Scent of Roses. While I did enjoy the book to a certain extent, I'm never going to read anything else about it because it's not really paranormal in the way I was hoping it would be paranormal. And it concentrated more on the romance side of things than on anything else. So it wasn't really my cup of tea, even though I did like the little mystery that was in it that dealt with the paranormal, but it wasn't really high stakes like a Laura Adrian high stakes paranormal romance. You gotta have my high stakes. Okay. Like the Nightwalker series, they have high stakes. Like the Shadow Dwellers, high stakes. Like inner war between species, high stakes. Okay. The 8 by Catherine Neville. No, I couldn't. I can't. I did not enjoy it at all. I mean, the flip-flop between the 1700s or the 1800s to modern day, and it didn't appeal to me the way I thought it would. So, no. Just no. I DNF'd it. I couldn't do it. About 2 girls, chess pieces, magical, evil chess pieces that could control the world and give you everything you want, and an elixir of life. Like, it keeps you young. Like, no, I couldn't. No. Okay, so I've looked at the time and I've noticed that there is not a lot on this, so I want to make it a little bigger. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go on and talk about the series I started so far from the that I haven't finished. Shit, I just erased something I wasn't supposed to. I'll add more as things go on, but series that I have started since starting this YouTube channel that I have not finished yet. Because the only reason why I finished the Laura Adrian one is because I read that straight through, and then I started this channel. I started posting about it. That's the only reason why I finished that one. The rest I finished because this was only 2 books, okay? And I read straight through The Legend of the Wolves as well. And what's the other one I finished? The Cape Refugees as well. So the 3 of the 4 series that I finished, I started them before I even started doing this whole channel and posting things and doing my horror TBR. So that's the only reason why I finished them. If not, they would still be on my list. Here we go. Series that started since 2024 that I want to finish, and I will eventually finish one day. The Mixkit Raising series, which is only 2 books, so I got Crooked Kingdom left to read. By Lee Bardugo. I want to finish the series, so I'm hoping I'll get to it one day. It's only one other book. I'm hoping I draw it, okay? I think it's green, but I don't know. Rubber Landon's series is actually another book coming out. I just found out about it and I want to get it. Don't want to read it. This is by Dan Brown. So there's that. There's also 5 books in the series so far, so there's a 6th book coming out. I've got 4 other books to read before that next one comes out. And I gotta buy it. Okay? Dark Artifices. Okay? By Cassandra Clare. There's only 3 in it. I read this one. I can't wait to draw the second one so I can continue reading that. And yes, I'm doing it that way. Okay? Artemis Fowl by Ian Colfer. There's 8 books in this series, and I can't wait to get to them so I can finish them. Might take me a long time. We'll see. How to Train Your Dragon. There's actually 13 books, 12 of them in a series, 1 of them which is a companion, and I want to read all of them. Like I said, Cressidia Colwell. So Arthur Conan Doyle. There are so many of these. I just want to read them. And a lot of them, there's a lot of short stories too. But I want to read them. Okay? I want to read about Sherlock Holmes. Okay? The Sherlock Holmes series. Jacqueline Frank's The Shadow Dweller series. I want to read the rest of them. There's only 2 more books in it. So let's hope we get to them eventually. I mean, I gotta finish off my green paper, which I think I will this month. We'll probably be grabbing green this month. So I'm recording this in February, so I'll grab PBR for March. So I'm talking about maybe for April. I might be grabbing green for April. I don't know when this video is coming out. So that's why I'm saying that, okay? Of 2025. That time I reincarnated as a slime by Fuse. This is 22. 20 books have only come out so far. I gotta order the next book, number 20, because it's just coming out for pre-order this year. So I can't wait to get my hands on that and also to read it. Obviously. The Lawful Times by Daniel B. Green. I want to read it. There's a 2nd book. There's a 3rd book that he's going to be writing as soon as he gets done Better Dead, which I will be buying that book too. Hopefully it's a good book. I'm also going to in the future buy books to support indie authors that are on the Discord for Daniel Green's Discord. That's what I'm going to say. Jig the Goblin by GMC Hines. There's 2 other books in the series, and I want to read them. So there's that. The Realm of the Elderlings by Robin Hobb. There's a 16-book series if you include this short novella. And yes, I want to get to them all. I was having issues when I first started reading Assassin's Apprentice and the other 6 books, or the 5 books that I read, plus Assassin's Apprentice. So I want to make sure I have enough time to read them and grasp them in my brain. The Bishop Special Crimes Unit novels by Kay Hooper. I want to read all of them, and there's a lot of them. I don't have any, and I want them. Okay? I'm hoping to get them one day. False Memory by Dan Crocos. I need to read this last one, which is called False Future. So I just need to draw that one and be able to read that one, and I'll be done with this series. I've had it for next year. The series that I've finished so far. I've started the channel. Arsene Lupin and the Gentleman Burglar. I want to read the rest of these. They're really good. These 9 short stories. I want to read more. Good. The Pendragon series by DJ McHale. I want to read this. I've already read book 2. I want to read book 3. There's 10 books in all total. And then there's a split off series of 3 called The Travelers of Valhalla. And I want to read those. The Nina Wald and Eddie Chase series by Andy McDermott. As far as I know, 16 books. There might be a 17th book on the way because he's not finished with the series. And the long shot is he keeps taking different legends and everything and using them, but sometimes he comes with the latest one. Comes back to legends. He might come back to the other ones. I don't know. But I really want to get into reading this series because there's some books that I haven't read yet, and I want to see what the adventures like Nina Wald and Eddie Chase. Heaven's Official Blessings. There are 8 novels, and I want to get to them. 8. By Mo Jiang Dong Zhu. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. And if anybody who knows, I guess I'm trying to done my. If anybody knows how to speak that language, tell me if I'm saying that wrong or not, okay? Even though I didn't really enjoy the first book, I mean, it was a 3, I still want to finish reading The Feral Warriors. 8 books in the series, so I've got 7 more to read. I want to finish it. And it's by Pamela Palmer. The Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. 7 books in the series, plus 3 extra books. I want to read all of those. So I'm hoping to get to it eventually. Now, hold on. I need these ones first. The Saga of Larton Crispley by Darren Shawn. I'm hoping to finish it. There's only 4 books in the series, and I've read 2 so far, so I'm hoping to get to the rest of it sometime. An Ember and Ashes by Sabah Tahir. There's 4 books in the series, and I've only read this one, so I need to get to the other 3. Eventually, I'll read that. Then the Chronicles of the Avatar. There is currently 5 books with a 6th one coming out. I don't know how many actually there will be out, but right now we're on Roku. We have Kyoshi Yangchen, so there's 1 more after that, which is Koruk, I think it is. So there might be another 2 more books coming out, so there might be an 8-book series. I've only read this one. I want to read the rest of them. These ones are on the March TBR. At the time of this recording, I haven't actually read them yet. But I will officially have started these series this year so far, since this video, since I don't know when this video is coming out. It might come out in April. I just want to make sure you guys know that I started these back in March. This video comes out in April, which is the Alice in Zombieland, the White Rabbit Chronicles by Gina Showalter. I have officially started this book in March. So the series in March. Wither, which I fucking don't remember the series name. I don't. Okay, so yeah. Wither is part of the Withers series, which I don't know if I'll ever be able to get my hands on them. By J.G. Passarella, which is Wither's Reign, Wither's Curse, and Wither's Legacy. So, I don't know if I'll ever be able to get them because I was looking up stuff on how to get them and they're like expensive books. And I don't have money for expensive books, but I will be starting this series. I may never finish it. Just a little sad. Haunting Adeline by H.D. Carlton. There's 2 books in this series. This is the first one. I don't know if I'm going to enjoy this book or not, so I may or may not DNF the series. We'll see. And then the which sure this is called something. The Vampire Chronicles by Anne Rice. So there you go. That's literally all of the series I have started. So there is. So that's all of the series I've started so far. Let me count to see how many that is. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I forgot one. The Annals of the Chronicles. The Annals of the Chosen by Lawrence Watt Evans. I will finish this book in February. And so I'll have a series that series as well. What was that again? I'll have 27. That'll be 27 series at the end of March that I will have officially started and not finished. So here's to hoping that I finished some of them this year and not start more. But if I do start more, I start more. So there's that. Yay. Okay. There's that. I'm just listening to some music. Don't worry about that. I'm totally focused on you guys. So that is the end of this video of the series I have either started, finished, and DNF'd since I've started in 2024 this lovely channel. Hope you've enjoyed. So if you think it deserves a like, comment, or even your lovely description, drop it down below. Would love to hear your comments on what you think about the series and whether or not you think I'm going to enjoy a series that I have started or DNF'd or just anything on any of the opinions. If you read any of them, leave a comment about them down below, you know? Let me know so we can discuss it. So, I'll see you next illusion.